month when Mars is nearest to the sun, and summer when Mars is farthest from the sun. So this is basically a moderating type of thing. If there's winter when Mars is closest to the sun and summer when Mars is farther away, what that means is that's exactly right. I just want all the cats and I want the people gone. Exactly, correct. So imagine winter is obviously colder, right? So if you're closer to the sun when you're coldest and you're farther away from the sun when you're hottest, you're actually going to have a moderating type of effect on the planet. So what is your actual name? Because I tried to look you up on another channel and I couldn't find you. You just want all of us on Mars so you can keep all the cats to use. Yes, I want all the cats. I want the kitty cats to be mine. I want to adopt and birth cats and be their mother and tell them about Mars as bedtime stories like what I'm doing right now. Baji's over there. And I want all the people gone to Mars. Correct. And I want houses here on Earth and forests and walks in the forests. Yeah. Okay, so then, and I like oceans. That's the other thing. I want the oceans to myself as well. Okay, so in the northern hemisphere, seasons are enhanced in the southern hemisphere Mars, since winter occurs there when Mars is farthest from the sun and summer when Mars is nearest to the sun. So the northern hemisphere has moderation and the southern hemisphere has more extreme seasons. The enhanced seasonal temperature swings in the south lead to strong surface winds. So the southern hemisphere of Mars is going to be a bit more extreme, okay? Just warning you if you're going to be in the southern hemisphere of Mars. These winds produce major dust storms that can on occasion envelope the entire planet. Now, it's not a very big planet, but dust storms can envelope the entire planet because of the extreme temperature variations in the southern hemisphere, because of the extremeness of the seasons there, because of the sun being farther away in winter and closer in summer. Hi, Raikudo. Hi, Raikudo. Hello. Okay, the polar caps of Mars also vary with the seasons, the area covered by the polar caps. So by the way, just like we have polar regions, right? And they have ice. I mean, we're supposed to have ice in the polar caps. I mean, they are melting, but you know. The polar caps of Mars also vary with the seasons. The area covered by the polar caps can change very rapidly. So if you're going to have a lot of extreme variations, then the polar caps are also affected and can change throughout the year. So the area covered by the polar caps can change very rapidly, so they must be thin, like a layer of frost. During winter, the temperature is cold enough to freeze carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere. So remember, the Martian atmosphere also has carbon dioxide, just like Venus. Just like us in the past, we also had a ton of carbon dioxide, which we converted to rock by literally doing chemistry with liquid water in the oceans, which converted carbon dioxide to limestone. Thank you, us. But Mars and Venus can't do that because they don't have the liquid oceans that we are abundantly blessed with. Thank you, universe. So what's happening is there's carbon dioxide in the atmosphere of Mars, but that carbon dioxide can actually freeze in the winters of Mars and give you polar caps that are frozen carbon dioxide, just like we have frozen water in our polar caps, okay? So it's cold enough to freeze carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere in the winter. The Martian polar caps, particularly the southern cap, because remember the southern hemisphere on Mars has more extreme winters because it is farther away from the sun during the winter because of the tilt of the axis of Mars.